an awesome opportunity for this Jackrabbit who comes in a little bit higher ranked on paper. He's got the experience on Alden to kind of steal that momentum right back, which so often happens in duels when the opponents are familiar with each other and are as familiar with each other that like the Jackrabbits and Cowboys are. Tagg certainly wants to come out and make a statement here.
Yeah, Tagg is a returner, qualifier from last year, experiencing swing in bout duel situations. Has a big match resume, includes a win over number 9 Vance Von Bauer from Iowa State.
Yeah, that's a great win. Vance Von Bauer, a 2-time All-American out of Minnesota. Tagg has a win over him. That's not an easy guy to beat. Absolutely not.
Alden on the other side, Reno champion. This season went 5-0 to take that title of the Reno Tournament of Champions.
A lot of good action here. Clearing ties, staying heavy on the head. Great shot attempts from Alden. Certainly going to want to build up. This is the best shot attempt we've seen so far in this match. Ooh, and Tagg snags an ankle. Now he's kind of in a funky situation. Got to be careful not to get cradled here. You don't want to give up on your own attack, but you also don't want to let that be the reason why you get cradled and give up more points than you otherwise would have if you would have just bailed.
If you're Tagg, what are you trying to do right here?
If I'm Tagg, you got this cradle locked up. You know, momentum's huge. The opportunities like this are huge. You don't want to just let this go and be satisfied with the takedown. You certainly want to put this guy on his back, but Alden, not an easy guy to cradle, obviously. Looking to turn the situation back into his favor. If he could just drive in, get that lock broken, I think he might be in reversal territory. Looks like Tagg's going to be satisfied with getting a fresh restart and a stalemate and going back on top. Yeah, if he wanted to finish that cradle opportunity, it looks like Alden's the type of kid that you have to either go or let it go. He waited a little too long, but ultimately didn't pay for it too much. Able to get a fresh restart. Now here he is on top with the leg on, going to work on Alden.
Against common opponents, John Alden is 2-3, and Julian Tagg 3-4 against those common opponents. Hayden Drury beat them both.
Yeah, look, we got 20 seconds left in this period. Tagg's going to want to end on top. He looks like he's continuing to search to score with that leg on. Very difficult to do when you got that bottom guy on his knee. Not a whole lot of action. Second stalemate of the period. Fresh restart. About 12 seconds left in the first.
Tagg will probably look
Alden
to ride it
able
here.
to get an escape.
Tagg return. Oh, Alden. Let's roll through. It's good action that time.
Yeah, it's great action. It was great action. Look, there may be a time and place. So gosh, let's look back at that takedown from Tagg. Able to get weight on that front foot and secure a cradle for the takedown. Not quite the near fall, but good action. Refusing to concede the takedown and look for your own. Alden kind of in danger here, getting a little high, trying to throw his own leg on. Wants to kick away to avoid a reversal. 1, not 2 is what they say, and that's what he does.
So Tagg up 4 with riding time here early in the second.
Yes. So, beautiful low ankle attack, low level from Tagg. Way cleaner finish from Tagg than that first exchange. Improves the score. Now we're reaching major decision territories. Tagg getting a fresh restart out of bounds. Again, closing out that last period, Alden had an opportunity, exploded up to his feet, and he chose a position to roll through that is a little more scrambly in nature. In those situations, scrambles, they cost a lot of time. They just take longer. That might be a freshman versus a senior situation, where a senior, someone who's been in some of those situations like that, would be conditioned to look for an escape over the reversal to get points on the board and not waste so much of that valuable time.
Alden picking up his first point here in this one. Up with the escape. Tagg still with a big lead. And right now, wrestling with confidence, feeling like he has the opportunity to take Tagg, or rather Alden, down once again. There it is,
yeah,
that same move.
Right on that. He's heavy on the head, lowers his level, gets that ankle pick position, and now he's back in a cradle position. Alden doing a good job, however. See if he takes advantage of their location on the edge of the mat. Tagg wise to pull Alden back inbounds and finish clean on top, and improves his score. 10-1 with a good chunk of riding time.
Comes to the end of the second period. Tagg up big. It feels like Tagg is just wrestling with some patience, and you can see the experience difference between the senior and the freshman.
Yeah, I've seen one decent, really good offensive attack on our feet from Alden that was countered and scored on from Tagg. Since then, Tagg's been able to take him down with not too much difficulty, and probably must have heard me say that. Thinks he can take him down again as he chooses an optional start, awards Alden an escape, and goes to work on his feet. I want to see if Alden takes some notes of how he got taken down those first 3 times. And there he is, in on the attack himself, really in deep, not able to get his hands locked, and Alden gives up the re-attack to Tagg again, able to snatch up those ankles.
It's the 3rd time that he's been able to leave his ankles exposed. What is he doing wrong, and that's allowing Tagg to exploit that?
It's not necessarily what Alden's doing wrong. I mean, certainly there's some things that he could do, like move his feet a little more, get his head and hands in the way. But really, Tagg's just doing a good job being heavy on the head, disguising his level changes, taking advantage of those little tiny windows of opportunity for re-attacks, wrestling well on the edge. Again, nothing that Alden's doing wrong. It's just something that he's maybe not doing, or that Tagg's doing really well.
Get back to center with 56 seconds remaining here in this third. 14-3 plus the riding time in favor of Tagg. We're entering tech fall territory here.
Yeah, dual environment here. This is where it's crucial for a guy like Alden in this situation to not give up and rather be more aggressive to try to mitigate some of the points that go up on the scoreboard for you, the opponent. You'll see the whole stadium erupt if he avoids any extra bonus point. Although say he gets a loss, but scores, continues to fight. That's what anybody's after anyway. Oh, close takedown there on the edge. Alden wrestling well. Tagg very close to scoring. The boundary kind of saved Alden there. 22 seconds left.
Yeah. There's another
to shut down. This is going to be huge. Tagg has an opportunity to get a pin here. He's super close. 12 seconds left. That's going to be huge for the team. Great job of Tagg continuing to look to score. He had the major. He was getting close to a technical fall. Again, hats off to Alden for continuing to try to score. Leaves himself in a vulnerable position that the senior is able to take care of. Again, try to step over off a re-attack attempt from Tagg's